Hello and welcome to this guide to the Fallout New Vegas random run. I'm going to run down all of the parameters outlined in this document and try to do my best to explain and clarify what each one of these sections mean. If you want just clarification on one or two of the sections, that's fine. I'll have timestamps up here right now on the screen, as well as in the description and in the pinned comment below. Also in the description, I will have a link to this document, so you can read through it if you want, if you're just finding it now. We're going to start off right off the bat, before we get into the game, is the required mods that you need to play this. This will require 3 mods in order for you to have the best experience. First of all, we're going to have to download New Vegas Script Extender. If you're new to the modding scene, this is required in a lot of Fallout New Vegas mods, and it's just nice to have on your game. Role Player's Alternate Start. It will change the way you start the game, give you different equipment, and a different starting location, as well as a couple other interesting bonuses. Courier Stack Pre-Order Selector. The Game of the Year edition will start you with the pre-order packs, which will give you a bunch of unnecessary guns, ammo, health items, armor, stuff like that. And I suggest turning all of these off in order to get the best experience playing this. Next up, we're going to generate our stats, skills, traits, and other things. So before we even go into New Vegas, we're going to go to this website right here. Now, the stats that it's going to give us here, that you see it's generated, we're going to be writing these down, but personally, I like to click reroll first. Feel like I have some sort of control over this, so now we're going to write down the special stats generated. Now you may notice here that these stats seem way lower than the amount of points that you're given at the start of the game. That's because of the way that this website is programmed. It will never give you stats, at least I think, it'll never give you stats that are over or equal to the number of points you're given at the start of the game to make your character. I've rerolled this a bunch of times. It just never gives you a decent amount of numbers, so I'm going to make this the minimum that your special has to be. So for instance, our strength for this character is going to be a minimum of 4. Our perception is going to be a minimum of 5. Endurance, minimum of 3. And so on and so forth. Next up, tag skills. What we're going to tag for our skills at the beginning of the game. So our skills are going to be survival, sneak, and repair. Now, if you don't generate a weapon skill like here, then you may swap out one of these skills for what correlates with your primary weapon. So for instance, we can get rid of survival, and instead of taking it, we're going to take guns, which is what I think I'm going to do with this character. So our tag skills are going to be guns instead of survival, sneak, and repair. Traits. This is just, once again, traits we're going to take at the beginning of the game. Now, if you don't own Old World Blues, which adds 6 more traits: claustrophobia, early bird, hoarder, hot-blooded, Logan's loophole, and skilled. So if you don't own that, just reroll until you get just vanilla traits. So, though I have the DLC, so the traits for this character is going to be early bird and good-natured. Hardcore mode. Up to you. either go with hardcore mode or don't. It's really up to your own personal preference and what you want out of this run. For this example, we're not going to be running in hardcore mode. Primary weapon. Now, just write this down for now. It'll come up later on. So for us, it's going to be, our primary weapon is going to be guns, pistol. Once again, it'll come up later on in the run, so just write it down for now. Next up, faction. It's going to be the ending we're going to shoot for. So for us, it's going to be the NCR faction. Ending. Companions. You're going to want to travel with these guys as much as you possibly can. As long as you possibly can. And because of how this is laid out, there is a good chance that you will do something that will drive off one or both of your companions. So when that happens, just go with the flow. Just keep them as long as you possibly can. So this character is going to be traveling with Raul, I think, and Edie. Theft and murder. Once again, much like hardcore mode, it's up to you. Make the conscious decision at the time on whether or not you want to go on a murdering rampage or just steal everything in sight. Now that we're done that, we're going to go into New Vegas, and we're going to start up a new game. Hey, hello, we're in New Vegas now. Hey, Tully, has it been like 8 days since I recorded the last part because my dumbass totally didn't forget to record when I was doing the gameplay stuff? No, totally not. No, not at all. Now we're done with my mental breakdown. Now that we're in New Vegas, let's load up a new game. Okay, so right off the bat, this is going to show up if you downloaded the pack selection. Make sure everything is off. That's fine. Click done. As you may notice, as we wake up, this sure ain't Doc Mitchell's place. That means the mod is working. And instead of waking up at Doc Mitchell's place starting in Good Springs, you should start in this dingy old shed. That's right. I'm just going to check this ammunition box to make sure I have nothing on me, but if you do, I suggest dumping everything into the ammo box before continuing on. And just go up to the vigor tester. Now we're going to put in the stats, the special stats that we generated before. So what were they? Strength of 4. Perception of... Oh, wait. Yeah. Strength of 4, perception of 5. Endurance of 3. Charisma of 3. Intelligence of 4. Agility of 5. Luck of 4. Now, saying that the program does lowball the stats, so you will have points left over, so just based on everything else that you generated, put the points wherever you will. So our tag skills are guns, sneak, and repair, so we're going to put some of that in agility, intelligence, perceptions, guns, right? Yeah, that's guns. We keep that at an 8 and dump our last 3 into endurance, I guess. But yeah, 4, 8, 6, 3, 7, 8, 4. Seems pretty good. Finish it off. Computer over there looks mighty interesting. Can hit this terminal, and this is where most of the interesting parts of this mod are in this terminal. So I'm going to go through each one of these and explain how it's done. Now for your name, there is a name generator that I have put a link to in the document, so feel free to generate that as well as your gender. But I mean, I already did that way before. What did we get? We got male, and seems like we generated the name Ruben. So I'm going to put that in. Thank you, past me. Race. When race is going to give you the high-tech mirror, whatever the hell this is. Generate our sex, which we already did. So male, race, and we got we're going to roll a d4 for that, which should be on screen right now, I think. African American, number 1. Cool. Next. Randomize the face. Just try to get something that you think looks halfway good. Because, you know, it's fucking Gamebryo. You're not going to get anything very good. But what I'm trying to say is just get something that looks decent. This is fine. This is fine. Let's go here. Yeah, like that. This looks good. Hairstyle, just pick anything that works. I have no sort of table or anything for you to roll on this, so yeah, just pick it. Though, if anyone else would like to make one, maybe put it in the comments. I'd love to put this in, but I just really don't. I really just don't care about going through all of these. This looks fine. Color's fine. Facial hair's fine. Yeah, this is good. Done. Yeah, sure. Everything worked out. Cool. Up next, we have disposition. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to roll a d7 and take the option that many spaces from the top. For instance, we roll the 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Life is a balancing act. Start with neutral karma. Nice. Proficiencies. We're just going to plug in what we got before for our skills. So for us, we generated guns, sneak, and repair. Weapons preference. So this is what we were figuring out when we were generating our primary weapon before. So for instance, we got pistols, so we're going to select pistols and SMGs for this part. And if you got any weapon that isn't listed here, so what you will, chances are you'll probably not get pistols, SMGs, rifles, or shotguns. You just pick anything. Traits. As it says right here, you can only select your traits once. So when you're in that screen, just be careful what you selected. So the ones we generated were early bird, +2 to special from 6 to 12, and a -1 from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. That certainly is interesting. Okay. And then good-natured. Yeah, +5 to barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech, but -5 to energy, weapons, all combat stuff. Yep. This is what we generated, so done. Next up is histories. This is my favorite part of this. And I think, yeah, I believe I recorded how you do this before, so take it away me from the past, I guess. So to generate our history, we're going to go back to the document. We're going to scroll down to the histories section. We're going to open up the link here to this website. There will be a place to enter text here. We're just going to come here, copy all of these backgrounds that I've nicely laid out for you, and paste it into here, removing all spaces. Then we're going to hit randomize and pick the first option that was here. So this character is going to have an enclave history. As a side note, every time we generate a history with the asterisk beside it, it means that when we select it, we're going to have additional options to choose from. Now, saying how we generated enclave, we're going to go back into the document, scroll down to history extras, Find the Enclave section. Copy all that's there underneath it. I'm going to go back and do the exact same thing. Once again, deleting all spaces. Now we're going to click randomize, and our character is going to be an Enclave scientist. And thank you for that. Okay, so what we generated was Enclave scientist, I believe. Yeah, Enclave scientist. That's what I have written down here. You come from a long line of hackers in the trusts and truest sense of the word. One set of your great-great-great-great-great-grandparents manned the vault monitoring stations, while another worked on the control circuits of power armor. You know the theory of it all, +10 science, +5 repair, but you have no idea how to actually use this stuff. -5 to all combat. Your real passion has been for computers, though you know Roboco operating systems like few others. Other bonuses: trusted with the Enclave remnants, 2 points towards the Old Lang Syne quest. And you start with the computer Whizperk. But yes, this is just a really cool way to make more of a backstory for your character besides just a courier. Up next, we got wealth. So we're going to roll it pretty much the same way that we did disposition, but with a d6 this time. So we're going to roll it. There's the roll. We got a 6. Nice. We're going to take it 6 spaces from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $1,000,000. I don't know what to do with all of this. And that's not only going to dictate the amount of caps we have, but also our equipment and like what grade it is, what condition it is. Some more interesting stuff to play with. Start preference. Alternate start. Just so it doesn't pop you back into Doc Mitchell's again. It's really the best way to do it. Alright, now that we're done with that, we're going to walk outside of the cabin. And here we are, out in the wasteland with whatever the hell this program decided we were going to get. So let's take a look at what it generated for us. Yeah, sure. 45 auto shot submachine gun, grenade launcher, cattle prod, frag grenades, silenced SMG, a time bomb, and a tri-beam laser rifle. Some pretty good gear for starting out. I guess that's what we get for rolling high wealth. Also, the 5,000 plus caps at the start's always nice. We get lab technician outfit and some reading glasses, as well as other things. And now, back to past me 8 days ago, with how to do quests. Now, we're going to talk about what happens when it comes to making choices in the game. So whenever you're doing a quest that will require you to make a choice, some type of big choice, we're going to go to the Fallout Wiki. We're going to go to the quest that's shown there. I'm going to use Boulder City Showdown as an example. So we're going to go to this flowchart, and we're going to eliminate any options that doesn't make sense for our character. So for instance, this character I just generated does not have a high speech skill. So we're probably not going to pass the speech 45 check. So instead, we're either going to kill the cons or kill the NCR. Now we're going to assume that our character has not gotten in with the cons or NCR yet. So we're going to roll for where we're going to go. So freeing the hostages by killing the cons is going to be 1. Kill the NCR troops is going to be 2. Gonna go here, make our maximum 2 and our minimum 1, and generate. We got 2. We'd be killing the NCR. Though actually this character is going for an NCR ending, so that would probably eliminate this option too, and we would probably be end up killing the cons. Thank you for that, past me. Well, I mean, with all that, you're set to start roaming the wasteland with nothing but whatever the hell this program gave you on your back and your wits, I guess, and how well you know how to do this combat system. If you like this, please maybe give a like. That'd be nice. If you're interested more in viewing how a run like this would go, I will be doing a Let's Play with this character that we generated over the past couple days, so I don't know, maybe subscribe for that. That'd be nice. And yeah, if you have any like recommendations for this document or questions or criticisms, please do tell them to me. I really do want to try to make this thing better, because there are a couple things I feel like if you feel like there's a couple things that could be improved on this system, I would love to hear it. I would love to see this thing get better and better with each iteration, because I certainly am gonna, after I finish my playthrough with this, I'm gonna do a couple iterations with this, because already within 8 days I feel like I've thought of a couple other things I could add to this. But certainly do give me your recommendations. Follow my follow this character's progress on my channel, and well, I guess we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.